All right, so what we're going to be doing in this video is going over the casebook for Carnegie Building, question 3. Question 3 says determine the total project cost and how much equity must Orco raise in order to do this project. So we're looking at two different things. One is the total project cost and what is equity. So total project cost is obviously going to be helpful in helping us figure out equity. So total production cost or total development cost, TPC or TDC, are the same concept. I got a little confused about that at one point, but they're two different acronyms, but they're just saying how much is everything going to cost. To determine the TPC or TDC, add all the costs associated with the project. If you see one of the other acronyms, just use them together. So we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at the facts of the case. Remember, Mr. Potter, acquisition of land and building is $100,000. That's $50,000 for the land and $50,000 for the building. The rehabilitation residential, the facts of it were given to us earlier in the materials. What you do is you take the square feet times it by the cost per square feet. So we were told that we have two different floors of $12,000 feet each, square feet each. So we know that's 24,000 square feet of residential. Times it by the $140 per square foot, we come up with $3,360,000. The rehabilitation for commercial, we know that we have one floor of 12,000 square feet, and we were told that it costs $70 per square foot, so we get that $840,000. If you're wondering where I'm getting these numbers from, just go back to your introduction. Go back all the way up to the top in the material that we were given in the introduction. So right here, a contractor has estimated rehab costs at $70 per square foot of retail and $140 square foot of residential. All three floors are 12,000 square feet. So this is where we're getting that information to figure out the rehabilitation costs. So I'll go back to question 3. So we've got our land and building acquisition, 100,000. We've got our residential and our commercial rehabilitation costs. And we're going to add those together to get our total rehab cost. So that's $3,360,000 for residential, $840,000 for commercial, for a total rehabilitation cost of $4.2 million. We were told that our professional fees, taxes, insurance, and permits are estimated at 10% of construction costs. Construction costs meaning the rehabilitation costs. So permits and fees equals 10%. So we're at $4.2 million. Times that by 10%, we get $420,000. So our permits and fees equals $420,000. We're also told that we have a developer fee of $500,000. Okay, so we have all of our information. We have our acquisition land, we have our rehab costs, we have our permits fees, and our developer fees. So once we add all that together, our $100,000 for land and building acquisitions, our rehabilitation or construction costs of $4.2 million, permits and fees of 10% of that, the $420,000, plus our $500,000 developer fee, we get $5.22 million for our total development costs of $5.22 million. So that's the answer to the first part. What are the total development and production costs? $5.22 million. All right, the second part of the question asks us equity. How much equity? So let's just go back a quick review. How much equity must Orco raise in order to do the project? Okay, so in order to figure out the equity, we're going to take our production cost at $5.22 million. We're going to minus the amount of the loan. So this is what the difference between how much everything costs versus what we're getting the loan from the bank. So remember when we did the fair market value, when we figured out the loan value, we have a loan of 1.836563, and we're going to take that number and minus it from our total production cost of the $5.22 million. That comes up with $3.383437. That is how much equity we have, $3.383437. So to answer the question of number 3, what is our total project cost? That's the $5.22 million. And how much equity must Orco raise in order to do the project? That is our $3.383437 number. That is our total equity that needs to be raised. And that's the end of problem 3. Good job.